Mind reading present. 10 signs he worries he has feelings for other women. You may have seen strange behavior from him that makes you question his loyalty, but can you recognize the signs? He likes other women. If he starts liking someone, it doesn't mean he's physically cheating on you. Most likely she was emotionally attached to her. However, emotions can also make men cheat physically. One day, he will not be able to control his emotions anymore, and he will act on those emotions. You may think that your relationship is very stable, affectionate, and caring, but unfortunately, there is still a chance for him to develop feelings for other women. The signs are very obvious if you know what to look for. In the end, you've spent so much time with him that you can tell if he's acting like his normal self or not. The first thing you need to determine is whether you have a suspect. Do you know a woman who is a little friendlier towards him? Is there someone he mentioned to you these past few days? If there is a woman you are thinking of, continue reading and find out if she is in love with someone else. When your loved one falls in love with someone else, things start to get really scary. You don't want to lose him, but you also don't want to be with someone who doesn't love you anymore. What to do? Are you ready to leave him if he has feelings for another woman? Are you going to confront him about this? Whatever your decision, you need to realize that there is a chance that he has developed feelings for others. If it does, it will become very obvious once you start seeing the following signs. 1. He is no longer interested in you. If your man has feelings for other women, the first sign is that he is no longer giving you much attention. He will be very dismissive and respond to you with a short answer. When a man falls in love with you, the only person he is after is you. But these past few days, he has been avoiding you. He only asks you basic questions about your day and nothing more. So in the end, you wonder if something is wrong. This sign will be obvious, especially if he used to be very considerate and affectionate towards you and has now stopped showing affection to you. He may not even realize that he is doing it. The problem is that he doesn't feel as comfortable around you as before. He knows that he no longer feels the same way towards you, and because of that, he is too cautious when speaking. If he accidentally says something he shouldn't say, he felt guilty, and at this moment, maybe he himself didn't understand these things. 2. Small gestures are no longer important. Small gestures are a sign that someone is in love with you and not another woman. When he stops doing these little things, he might as well stop loving you. For example, she used to buy you flowers, right? Every now and then she remembers to buy you flowers. Or when he wakes up in the morning, he will make coffee for both of you. And at this time, he barely remembers that you are in his life, let alone make you coffee. This little gesture just shows you that he loves you more than anything. You love it when she slices some fruit and brings it to your room while you're working on something. It means a lot to you because it shows how much he cares about you. But right now, you can't remember the last time he did something for you. That little gesture is no longer there, and you're actually wondering if this is the relationship you want anymore. This is one of the subtle signs that he has feelings for other women. That feeling clouded his mind to the point that he completely forgot to take care of you. 3. He spends a lot of time on his phone. Looking for other signs he has feelings for other women? Just look at how often she uses her mobile phone. Everything you need to know will be answered if you pay more attention to this. He uses his phone to keep in touch with other women. You know, if he really went to see him constantly, it would be too risky. You or one of your friends would probably see it. He's already developed feelings for her, but that doesn't mean he's already with her physically. He could have known her online, and now they were just texting each other. In this day and age, it's common to fall in love with someone you meet online. You'll notice the way she smiles on her phone, and since you believe in her loyalty, you might not think much of it. However, you have the right to worry. To be sure, ask who she's texting or what they say makes her smile that way. If he doesn't want to retaliate against you, he is obviously hiding something from you, which is a big red flag. 4. He suddenly became more active on social media. One other sign he likes other women is if he's more active on social media these days. She posted more pictures on Instagram and her Snapchat score improved a lot. You can see that she's getting more attention online, but you can't understand why. The worst thing is that he stopped including you in the photos he posted. Most of it is just about him. I want to tell you that this is not a big deal, but it clearly shows how his feelings have changed. He wants to hide your relationship for some reason, as well as flaunt himself. He wanted a special woman to see his picture and like it. He might comment under her or even send her a few DMs. They are in constant communication, and that's why she is so active on social media these days. Of course, if he has always been like this, then you don't have to worry. Many people today spend hours on social media, just browsing and posting pictures. This matter is not to worrying. However, if he is the type of guy who is really fed up with social media, and now uses it religiously, you have to ask yourself why he likes it so much these days. He wouldn't start posting and scrolling too much if he didn't have a certain motivation behind it. 5. He often mentions it. You've probably already thought of someone. You have your own suspicions about who the mysterious woman is. And that's why you need to pay attention to how often she talks about it. Did he mention him casually? Did he also discuss it with your friends? Or just when he tells me about the funny photos and memes he sent her? He couldn't help but often mention it, because he was constantly thinking about it. That's one of the clearest signs that he's developing feelings for other women. He wouldn't say much about her if he didn't have feelings for her. Sometimes he doesn't even realize he's doing it. Other times he's doing it deliberately to remind you of his existence. For example, he would tell me about the last time they had coffee together, and all the amazing things the woman told him. He will tell you the things he wants you to know, because he needs to tell someone. 6. He compares you to him. In the beginning, you were his whole world. You are the most important and beautiful woman in this world to him. Now, things seem completely different. One of the signs he likes other women is when he doesn't think twice about comparing you to him. Maybe indirectly, saying that he likes the way he talks, and it's very different from yours. Or it will happen when you have a fight and he, for example, will accuse you of being inattentive like him. This is a pretty obvious way for you to realize that his feelings for this woman are no longer platonic. It's actually quite serious at the moment. When he starts comparing you to him, he's actually considering his options, basically choosing whether or not he'll act on his feelings. He finds all the reasons that he thinks he is a better choice for him than you, and in his mind, that is the justification for his emotional infidelity. This also means that he has been comparing the two of you for quite some time. At this point, he feels that you can't match him. 7. He begins to avoid you. There was a time at the beginning of your relationship when you felt dissatisfied with each other. Of course, over the years, you also start spending time apart. However, right now, you guys are only occasionally together. It feels like he's avoiding you, but you don't know for sure. He always said that he had more work than usual, and he had to go home late at night. And even when he's at home, he doesn't talk to you as often as before. Right now, he's just telling you the basics about his days, and then he might disappear from you again. He avoids you by going to other rooms and so on. He doesn't even spend time with you casually. This is bad not only because you no longer have date nights, but also because you also stop spending time together at home. Either he completely ignores your existence, he replies with a one-word answer, or he comes out late until you fall asleep before he even comes home. And then when you catch him and want to talk to him, he rejects you. He said something about being too tired and he needed to rest. As a good partner, you let him have some alone time. 8. He goes to great lengths to maintain his physical appearance. He has always been someone who takes care of his appearance. She didn't really ignore her need to look presentable. You can remember the time you met and the first few months you both dated. He will always give the best for you. Of course, over the years, he put less and less effort into his appearance. But you think it's okay, because he obviously feels more comfortable with you. It actually makes you a little happy. However, these past few weeks or months, she suddenly dressed well again. You can't ask him that question because you don't want to insult him, but it really grabs your attention. You see, she dressed up again, but not to impress you. Often, men will start dressing well when they want to impress the woman they like. So if he's already in a relationship with you, Why does he suddenly have to dress well? Well, she probably did this because she was dating someone new. He has feelings for other women, and all his signs are in front of you. However, one important thing to remember is that she may just want to reorganize her life or take some steps of self-improvement, so don't jump to conclusions. But if that's the case, he will probably talk about it openly with you. However, when you ask him about it, he may ignore you completely or just give you a short answer before changing the subject. 9. He gets defensive when you ask him questions. Who are you constantly texting? Is the shirt new? When did you get it? Are you trying to impress someone? Can I use your phone for a while? Why not? If you're in a healthy relationship, these questions are routine. It's seen as little jokes you make here and there to make each other smile, but when the relationship falls apart without your knowledge, you'll notice he's being very defensive on the topic. You can't even ask him who he's going to the bar with tonight, because he's going to make a big fuss about it. He will refer to you as a controller and tell you that you don't need to know everything that happens in his life. You want to trust her and ignore signs she has feelings for other women. All you want to see is a man who gives his best to show you that he is loyal and caring. But when he's too defensive like this, you have no choice but to doubt his intentions. It also shows how much or little he cares about you. A man who truly cares about your feelings is someone who will do his best to make you feel loved and valued. Even if she feels like she's starting to have feelings for other people, she still wants to talk to you about it. Keeping these things from you will only make things worse, and your heart is breaking more and more with each passing day. 10. He lied to you. When one of your friends lies to you, you need to believe it again. After that, the reason is often unimportant, but it is definitely a factor that helps determine whether you will continue to be friends with them. Needless to say, when you find out your romantic partner is lying, it's like a tsunami rocking your relationship. Have you ever caught him lying? For example, she tells you that she is going out with her friends, but you see photos that her friends took and posted on social media without her being seen. He's not in the photo, and when you ask him where he is, they probably don't even have an answer for you. There is a high probability that he spent time with her. This is one of the biggest signs he is not only starting to develop feelings towards other women, but also starting to physically cheat on you. He will constantly hide things from you, and you will catch him lying about where he is or with whom. It can be difficult to determine if something is true or not, because he will probably ask his friends to support his lies. So instead of helping you, they helped him instead. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends so we can keep making them. For more videos like this, hit the subscribe button and remember to click on the notification bell. Also, be sure to check out our other videos as well. Thanks for watching.